So I'm technically still deciding between two people of who is from the White Room or who is the assassin that's trying to take out Ayana Koji. Where on one side you have Ichika, who is quite clearly from the White Room, at least I think so. But her motives are not in line with the director or Ayana Koji's dad. Like, she wants to help Ayana Koji. So that doesn't match with who we saw in the first episode. And Yagami is this first year student who we see a lot of, but he's been hiding underneath the radar for a little bit. He's been making plans here and there, but nothing too extreme. Last person we have is Nanase, but I think we've come to the conclusion that she is not from the White Room, just based off the information we got in the last episode. So as of right now, Ayana Koji just has a stockpile of people who are in his corner or are willing to help him. So I'm interested to see how he uses them to complete this challenge. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Make sure with original content as always. All right, and let's get going in 3, 2, 1. Right.
Nanase, answer me this. He said there's an assassin from the White Room after me. Was that nothing but a bluff?
Oh, okay.
I really wish I could tell you, but I don't know.
I think it's the director.
Truthfully, I'm in the dark when it comes to the White Room. I only know that it exists.
As for her, she's too incompetent to actually be the assassin.
Poor girl.
So who is it?
She's just trying her best.
My, the rain won't stop coming down.
Ichika?
It's me. Hi.
What do you want? You're on Ayana Koji's side, so I'm like, you wouldn't fight him. I don't think she would be there for Nanase. I just think she's just there to talk, and we got that as a, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen moment. So I don't think she's gonna come out clean and say, hey, I'm from the White Room. I don't think she would be like that, but I don't know.
Get behind me, Ayana Koji.
What's wrong? I would have thought you'd be happy to see someone from your own group. Or what? Did my little sticky friend here make it look like I showed up with some bad intentions?
Absolutely.
Why would you even say something like that? I'm just a cutie pie. But for real, it's not like I'm a bad girl. Ayana Koji ought to know.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Remember the night we found people who had been pushed down a cliff? I noticed something when you went looking for
you saw her.
Shinohara. I felt someone watching us. You're the one who hurt Komi and Kinoshita, aren't you?
Let me turn that one around. Let's say hypothetically I did push them down that cliff. What would you do?
I don't know.
Actually, your name didn't show up on our GPS. I'd like to know why you couldn't be tracked.
What?
All you'd have to do is damage your watch.
Yeah, but you had to go back to get it fixed.
But why would you come here? Rather, how did you find out where we were?
You shouldn't question fate like that, Ayana Koji.
I'd like to keep this brief.
How about somewhere more intimate, like your tent? Who said you could touch me?
Eee.
You can talk right
You're gonna get
where
smacked.
you are. Oh, but
It's like
it's a
Kushida.
private matter. And when the matter concerns the White Room, we need to be careful who can hear. Little Miss Outsider.
She is from the White Room.
Sorry.
Basically outed it
It's
out.
gonna take more to make me believe you're from the White Room than just saying you are.
I just couldn't bear the thought you might see me as your enemy when I want nothing more than to save you.
To be fair, she could be
doesn't
like
add up.
Sagiyanagi.
From everything I've heard, the White
like a
Room
fan of
student
him.
was sent here on a mission to get me expelled.
He just picked one of us at random. I'm sure he thought anyone in the White Room would be jealous enough to happily get you expelled.
You could.
I was filled with nothing but admiration for the incredible man who stole my sweet maidenly heart.
Like how? How did he do that?
Then why wait until now to say this instead of telling me the moment you got to this school?
All that admiration was towards the idea of a man. I needed to make sure that the real you could measure up. I'm so glad the man I longed for was worth it. Something about how you've handled this test made it happen.
I mean, he hasn't really done anything crazy in this test.
I'd like to know what your thoughts are about how this school works.
I think it's fun, though I don't know how to make actual friends, so I don't have people I can sit and chat with. Guess
So you
it
didn't
could be
take
worse.
the
We were in the
test thing?
4th class, but they made some adjustments to the 5th and beyond. You must have seen it directly, how the focus on individualism destroyed your peers.
Okay, you've made
Well-
your point.
So it's like the Spartans from Halo. Each class is somewhat different.
Do you think a little girl like me couldn't be a threat to you? I've already
Fight.
said everything I'm gonna.
But like, why?
My beloved Ayana Koji, don't
Someone has to be
crushed
watching.
without my permission, okay?
Did she
Everything
try
happens
to
for a
hurt
reason.
you?
Did you not see? I mean, you could like step away, but are the shoes the
You're
same
looking at Amasawa's footprints? But
From-
why?
from when the
Well,
accident happened?
When Komiya and Kinoshita were hurt, I noticed some tracks nearby.
Mm-hmm.
These prints are about the same size, so I'm sure she was at the scene. But if we look over here, the tracks get scrambled. I believe there's a second set of tracks here.
So there must have been one other person waiting around here, and they left before Amasawa called out. Is
Oh,
that what
Kushida?
you're saying?
Yeah, as for this, someone intended to use it as a weapon.
In that case, Amasawa probably wasn't the one who brought the stick. It was whoever made these tracks.
Yeah, Amasawa was the one that stopped the person.
Naturally, if anyone saw an attack about to happen against the person they admire most, they'd intervene.
But so quickly and quietly.
I have serious doubts we can trust her.
The situation is what it is. To make up for the suspension of the test, all rewards on the last day will be doubled. That could create some dramatic comebacks.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There's something I want to talk about. May I come in?
I wouldn't.
I felt certain when I saw her running away from the scene that Amasawa was the one who pushed those people. But from what you said, you don't think that's quite so guaranteed.
On day 6, GPS search restrictions were lifted. I've used that function 10
But
times.
the search for
It's a
everyone.
useful tool to track other students.
Forgive me for asking, but was it really worth 10 of your points?
Absolutely.
Incremental losses like that do start to add up over time. And
But-
yet, that changes with repeated use. You start to connect dots. For instance, look at these third-year groups. See how close they're sticking to Nagamo and Kiriyama? They must all have an arrangement. Nagamo wants to get first place, so they swarm the challenges so he can win easily.
Well, you've convinced me. I see how that info was worth spending 10 points. When the rain stops, I'm gonna go after Amasawa for some answers.
She's not gonna say anything.
I don't recommend doing that.
I have no fear of being expelled. I'll do everything in my power to protect you. That's the reason I'm staying.
He doesn't need protection.
If you start making risky moves, you could get in the way of my plans. It doesn't help me if you turn into another liability.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Better be.
You should have enough to think about with Hosen and your group.
I understand. Please, trust me.
We have not seen Hosen for so long. No one saw you get in and out of the tent. Better not. Huh, cicadas.
Ayanokoji.
What? Oh.
It's been a while.
Did you hear about what happened to Shinohara's group?
Yes. Saki Inagi told me about it.
Does that mean
Really?
you decided
She
to
informed
take her
you.
up on her offer?
I had no reason to reject it. Moving on. I've noticed how many other groups have been using transceivers to communicate.
The freak are transceivers. Like radios?
I'm coming along, but I need to maintain my spot below top 10.
Yeah. Pretty
It's
close.
still too early to stand out, so I'll hold my current place and try reaching out to Saki Inagi soon.
Oh, who's that? Ananase?
Is anyone in there? If you are, I'm letting you know that I'm setting up my tent nearby. Speak up now if that's a problem.
I don't like that at all.
I thought I saw something strange, but it was just you.
Is that the first year? No. Okay.
Was I too loud?
Not really.
Okay.
May I come in? I'd like to ask you something. Oh well.
You just gonna come in?
What do you have there?
Beef jerky?
Beef jerky?
Interesting.
Yeah,
sneak
and
it
what
in?
do you care?
Oh, you did not
It's
sleep
none
at
of your
all.
Business.
Or you're sick.
Let go
Count.
of me.
Your pulse is racing. Your lips are parched too. Both signs
Dehydration.
of dehydration.
Yeah, right.
Beef jerky does not help with that at all.
So what if I was? I already told you it's none of your business. I could go back to the starting point if I have to. Leave
And
me
yet you
alone.
haven't.
That's pretty far away from here. Here's a trade.
A trade?
I've been unable to find food for a while now, but I do have more water than I need at the moment.
Just looks back at his tent. He has tons of food.
If you have to drop
Just
out
take
from
it.
dehydration, that means you've lost a horikita.
Just playing on that.
Fine. Water for food. Great. You only have one left. Are you expecting me to feel like I owe you one or some crap?
Why would I expect that? Even Even if you did owe me one, would you really pay me back?
Hell no.
I'm aware.
He's still gonna make it to where she inadvertently helps him. Somehow, some way.
I
Oh.
must say you've arrived rather late, Ayanokoji.
Oh, hey. The music that starts playing.
Being in the same area doesn't mean we're both on the same table.
Could be,
From
though.
our previous conversation, I thought you had zero interest in being in the top 10. But as of this morning, you were 9th.
Nice.
It
Nice
turns
landing.
out this deserted island survival game is quite fun.
Gosh, she's the older Koanji.
You're not going for number 1?
There is a chance I could still change up my strategy if Nagamo or Koenji were to collapse.
I doubt Koanji.
You think Nagamo will just let Koenji dominate the rankings? If they focus too closely on each other, it could cost them precious points elsewhere. Are you not aiming for the top spots?
It seems unlikely that I'll even crack the top 10.
Is that so? Because from what I've seen, you've been busy racking up points at the same rate as I have. A lot of groups will be losing steam by this point. So
this is where you
just have to
strike.
Keep at it. Don't let your guard down.
Don't you think, as a woman, that you should be more worried about what others might do?
It stands to reason.
Shut up.
I won't take up any more of your time. Are you not going to the challenge? I'm willing to bet that you could still register if you hurry.
Depends on
I
this
don't
challenge.
believe I will.
Just random encounters.
Hey, Yume? Or Takamoto? Where
I
are you?
don't know who you are.
Yume, is that you?
Probably not.
Sorry, I'm afraid I'm not you, May. Get separated from your group?
Yeah, I guess so. I was trying to keep
Are you
up
a
with
second
them,
year?
and then I realized I didn't know where I was.
We can try to track them down and you can reconnect.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
We can always search for them with GPS.
Would they not be near the registered square that they're like set to be in?
So, why are you helping me? You even used a GPS search for me.
Yeah, that's a valid point. But you're in Ichinose's class. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
Chihiro, can you hear me?
Where'd you go?
Yume! I'm so glad to see you! Oh, goodness, you're safe.
Hey, buddy, what were you doing?
Thank you, Ayanokoji.
Oh, okay.
That
Right.
could have gotten really bad.
If you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Do you happen to have a transceiver? Are you listening?
Okay, it is a
There's
radio.
a favor I'd like to ask Sakayanagi.
Of course. Go on and ask me.
So when was transceivers able to be? Like, when were you able to equip that? Is that something you could spend points on? Because there are several things that I say several. There wasn't much, but things that they could spend points on in this like round that we didn't know about. Like the whole GPS situation, we didn't know about that until like this episode. But then again, it wasn't opened until that day. So I'm just saying, if Sakayanagi was the one that created this or like brought this in, was that something that they could bring, or is that something they hidden? And when they got on the island, that's when they brought it out and started using it. Because technically, from the rules, at least from what I'm aware of, they didn't say you couldn't bring things from the school to the island. I don't know. So maybe Sakayanagi used the points to buy radios, and that way they can just keep each other informed. I think I made a comparison while I was reacting to it, but there was another comparison that I had in my mind that I waited until now to say it. But I could be wrong. But Ichika is almost playing a Professor Snape from Harry Potter, in which I think in the first book or first movie, whatever you want to call it, Harry was very aware, or very like, he thought that Snape was the bad guy, and from like his viewpoint, he was the bad guy and he was doing things to Harry to stop him. But in actuality, he was the one that was actually trying to save Harry, and there was someone behind the scenes that was trying to take Harry out. So I'm thinking, again, could be wrong, that it's the same thing with Ichika, in which we've seen her a couple times in the island, and we immediately thought, okay, she's the one that pushed the people off the cliff. She's the one that made the plan for Ayanokoji getting stabbed. She was the one that came here with a stick. But in actuality, she's been doing things behind the scenes to stop the other attackers from attacking them. And I well over your head. I don't think you know the extent of White Room people, because Ayano Koji was holding back, right? He was always playing defense. He wasn't trying to hit you at all. Ishika, on the other hand, more than willing to get expelled, so she would not hold back. But then they started talking out. There's a part of me during this conversation that thought, okay, maybe Ishika is not from the White Room. Maybe it's, again, like another Sakinagi thing of where she knew of the White Room but wasn't a part of it. Therefore, she was able to know what the White Room is, and then she was able to see Ayano Koji. Therefore, she knew who he was and fell in love with him there. But no, she basically just flat out says she's from the White Room. And she says things that confirms it for Ayano Koji. I can't remember exactly what class she said she was, but I'm thinking she was class 5, because she said that Ayano Koji was class 4. And the closest thing that I can compare this to was, again, like Halo, in which the different era of Spartans had different like augmentations, different processes and stuff like that. So it seems to me, from what I remember, Ayano Koji was from class 4, and they focused more on isolation and not on the social aspects of a personality trait. Whereas for Ishika, she got some lessons of social interaction. That being said, the one thing I don't really trust her in saying, or the thing that she said, is the fact that she was just picked randomly. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but I don't see Ayano Koji's father or the director just picking at random and hoping for the best. I feel like there was trials, or there was some sort of test to make it to where a person from the White Room is fit to take Ayano Koji out. So if she's lying about that, what else is she lying about? And then who was she fighting with the stick? It was very quick, very quiet, because we didn't hear anything. And they didn't seem like they heard anything. And I don't think it was Kushida, because when I remember, Kushida wasn't around anywhere with a stick. So it was someone else. The only other person I could think of would be Yagami, because Yagami is the only person that we've seen that knows exactly where Ayano Koji and Nanase are at. And he was close to Kushida's location because he's the one that sent Kushida to go take a picture. So unless Nanase brought this information to everyone from class or year 1, maybe it could be the other year 1 students. Maybe it could be, I doubt it's Hosen. Maybe it could have been the girl with the sucker and then her friend. I don't know. Is there anything else? I mean, it definitely could be the girl with the sucker and her friend, because they put Yagami in a headlock and said, oh, what are your plans with Kushida? So he could have just said or blurted it out. I don't know. But she's crazy. I don't know how willing Ayano Koji is to have her around. I mean, yeah, it's great, I guess, having someone who has your back and is very capable like her. But to me, I think Ayano Koji views her as a huge wild card. I look at her as sort of like a Misa from Death Note, in which she's very capable of doing certain things, but if she does do some things that is not in line with the other person, some wires could get crossed. And ultimately, I think that's not what Ayano Koji wants. So even though she's on his side, he could still look at her as the biggest threat in his whole area of control. Tashimashita. I'm learning how to read. Just not well. Anyways, this is very interesting that I feel like works very well for Ayano Koji and for a lot of the other smarter people who decided to not go super hard in the beginning. Therefore, they're not burnt out for the end. So I'm guessing this is a luck of the draw type sort of thing that helps him out, because he's going to be able to push super hard at the end of it. And who knows, maybe because the third years, or as he was explaining, the third years are going so hard right now, when it comes to the last day, all of them are going to be so tired that I wouldn't doubt they're going to go a lot slower and lose a lot more competitions, leading the top 10 to be shifted dramatically. And then Horikita mentions the president and Koanji going after each other, because I'm guessing the president is second, Koanji's first. That's one of the biggest questions for me, is who's going to be on top. Is Koanji's really going to get first? Because if he is, then that, to me, puts him as the #1 wanted list member. Did I just say that right? I don't think so. But he goes from someone that no one pays attention to someone that everyone's going to pay attention to. Because I think the general consensus as of right now is that the president is the smartest person in the school. And there's no one close to him. That's why everyone, except for the white-haired girl, It seems like they're in line with the president. I'm still trying to figure out what is she going to be doing in this test. We've seen her a lot in the leading up to the test, and we saw her right now, but as of right now, she hasn't really contributed that well. I mean, she gave Yanakoji beef jerky. Cool, whatever. I wouldn't doubt Yanakoji had tons of food in his bag, and he just didn't say anything. But again, they're bringing her to a forefront for some reason. It's just not clear at this point. Now, I wouldn't say she's the Koanji of year 3, but I feel like that's the closest thing I could compare her to, right? Because she's kind of this lone wolf person from year 3. Doesn't really get along with anyone from year 3, but she enjoys the challenges. She enjoys doing her thing. So I'm interested to see her involvement in this because, again, she was brought to our attention prior to the test being undertook. So what exactly is her involvement going to be for this story? And again, luck of the draw, he just finds this girl lost and just so happens to be someone from Ichika's group. Or no, Ichinose. Goodness gracious, these names. Ichinose's group. And might I add, a group that has a radio. So he's getting in contact with Saki Yanagi. I'm guessing to just say, okay, you know, I'm going with your plan. I'll owe you a favor, whatever. Let's do it. Because I think we're on day 9. I don't remember how long the date or how long this trial is. Is it 10 days? Is it 2 weeks? If it's 10 days, then the last day is tomorrow. But then again, I thought when the halfway mark hits, that's when people can get into bigger groups. And I don't think that has happened yet from the conversation he had with Horikita. I don't know. I feel like in this show, you're just someone who's running a mile behind everyone else. And you're trying to catch up. You're trying to put pieces together. And it's not until you see the ending that you kind of find all the pieces and you're able to look back and go, ah, yes, that's why they did it. But anyways, that was my reaction to Classroom of the Elite Season 4, Episode 13. If you like my reaction, make sure to like, subscribe. If you guys want me to know anything more, put a comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.